What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. People, in today's video, right, we are going to discuss the role, or the insignificant role of the colored male in the household. Now, why am I saying that? A lot of people are going to give me flack for this, right? But here's the honest truth, right? When you live in a big house and you have a big yard and you have cars and you have, I don't know, ample land and stuff, then obviously the role of the colored male is to provide and protect and all the things that normally generally come with being a male person. And that is true, especially if you own the property, right? And you own the cars and you own all the things that come with the property. Then by the definition of being a man is fulfilled because you are paying for everything and everything falls on you basically, or the main big things all fall on you as this provider, right? But now, let's say the focus shifts to when you happen to be a child in the household. So the male child, what's the significant role that a male color child plays in the household? So number one, you got to make sure that you protect your siblings, right? Especially if you're the older sibling, right? That's number one. You got to protect your siblings. Number two, as you, let's say, as you grow, right? Even if you're earning a living now, you're working, you're providing, you're helping out financially in the household, right? You become a mini provider, especially if you still have the primary provider living within the property, right? What else? You know, you're providing, you're protecting your siblings, you're helping pay bills, whatever needs to be helped. You know, maybe your younger siblings need something paid as well. So you do that, right? And that is cool. What else? Spoil your parents, spoil your mom. Yeah, those basic things, right? Now let's turn the tables around, for example, right? Now let's say you don't have a big property. There's no cars. You're living in a block of flats. Okay, like for American people, there's an apartment blocks, whatever the case may be, right? But now let's say we are doing flats, or you live in an apartment block, right? So there's no cars, there's no land, there's no nothing of that nature, right? For you to be maintaining, for example, right? So it's just a block of flats. My question to you now is, what role do you play as a male color child other than protecting your siblings, other than providing financially? So my thing is, I'm actually talking in the household as a physical attribute that you are contributing to the household itself. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because whether you have a big property or you live in a apartment block of flats, where there's no cars, no land, no physical stuff that is meant for boys, right? The girl child will always cook, clean, serve. That comes standard, whether there's a big property or small property, whether there's no property. Her job is to serve, cook, clean, you know, provide, just be a homemaker, even if there's basically no home to be made over. That's standard. As a boy child, it becomes almost like a dead thing because now your mere existence is work. If you're living in a block of flats, like an apartment, right? Your job is basically go to work or go to school, whichever of the two you do. Come home. There's nothing to clean. There's nothing to fix. Probably get sent to the shops. What else? You're getting food is being provided for by your moms or by your sisters or your cousin, whichever female is in the building, you just basically go to work, earn a living, pay your bills, help financially. Physically, what are you doing if there's no land to be taken care of? If there's no cars to be fixed? If there's no plumbing and water? If there's none of that, what existence do you really have as a colored boy child? That's my question. I'm saying this because I was raised in that type of household where boys did boy things and girls did girl things, which resulted in me not knowing, me not learning, me not even knowing the basics of how to cook for myself, right? This is a skill that I began to learn later on, but culturally, it was not mandatory of me to be able to learn how to cook because that was regarded as a girl child thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's, I don't know if I'm making sense because cooking and cleaning in the household is normally seen as a girl thing. You do not really get boys even washing dishes and stuff because in other cultures it's frowned upon, right? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but at the same time, when I look at other cultures and I see it's basically almost the same thing. So then it begs the question, is it only in the colored household? Is it only in the colored culture? Or does it apply across the board? Now I'm only using the colored boy child as an example because that's my lived experience. You understand what I mean? So I'm going to talk about what I lived through, what I know about, what I know, what I've seen, right? So that's my whole point that I'm bringing this across to. So if if let's just say now there's male chefs, now there's male domestic workers, there's male carers, there's male people, what you call it, these like male nannies and stuff. We get that, right? So, but my thing is simple and straightforward. It's like, okay, what role, if any, now do we play as males if we are stuck in the old traditional way of saying males only do certain things. And the certain things I'm talking about is something like you only fix cars, you only do gardening, you only go to the shops when sent, you only help carry heavy stuff. If you're in the rural areas, probably tend to the cattle, tend to the animals. Because normally I see it's the girl children in the rural areas that carry buckets of water. And most males in almost every culture, they shun upon that part of home duties, chores, chores, right? So I seen a TikTok video of this Indian man who was hanging out his washing or hanging out the laundry, right? I think he had done the laundry, he had done the laundry at home. He was busy hanging out the stuff on the washing line, right? And as he looked down, there was a man, another man, I think the neighbor, who was doing the dishes outside, right? And when he saw that the neighbor was hanging out, they both simply like tried to hide that they were doing these household chores. So it begs the question: is a certain roles left to certain genders, or is it a backward thing for men to be doing the laundry, washing the dishes? Is it inappropriate for women to be tending the garden, fixing the cars? I mean, are we not are we not past the point of we are all equal? Men and women are both equal. I mean, or am I wrong in thinking that you get female bus drivers, you get female train drivers, you get male chefs, you get male masseuse, the male masseuses, male masseuse. male masseuse. You get female mechanics. You get females working on oil drills. So if we have them doing all this technical stuff, right, in the workforce, or in the workspace, what is so taboo of either sex doing what was traditionally meant for certain sectors of society? I mean, the movie, I know it was just a movie, but the movie set it off, right? Really put a spin on things, right? Because if you think of the traditional bank robber, obviously and honestly, you would think males do it because traditionally it's been males that have always been doing it. But when the movie set it off, starring Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, what's the name? And Baby Gay Fox, and I can't remember the last lady. I mean, Elise, something Elise, Shannon Elise, something Elise, Elise something. Can't remember her last name. Anyway, those are the three famous ones I named them. If you watch their movie and you saw the female bank robbers, and how they pulled it off, and the way, even though it was, I don't know, it was fiction or it was based on a true story, I'm not sure, but it just made me think that, wow, okay, now the roles have turned. Or now women are becoming emboldened to take on more male dominated roles. So, we come back to my question again. Is it wrong? Or what is the significance of males in a household where there are almost virtually no male roles to perform? What is the significance of such males in that particular household? That's my question. Because we get to see that sometimes it's it's sad. Yeah? You see, it's sad. Oh, sorry. It's sad that people are left to do a million things simply because that's what society says they are condemned to, right? So, for example, like in the way we grew up, right? I could be sitting watching TV the whole day while my sisters had to cook and clean and do household chores, do the laundry, do everything. And that's just the way it was. And not just me. There was the way we grew up as a society, as a culture. I've never seen any of my male friends or relatives while growing up, even to this very day, doing the dishes, maybe cooking now. But back in the day, there was no male was doing any cooking, nowhere near a stove, nowhere near a washing machine, nowhere near a tumble dryer, you know. And to this day, for the most part, it's still like that. That's why I'm asking, what's the significance of the male in a household that has limited or almost no male duties, you know, other than providing financially and obviously protection. What's the significance of the male role in a household? You know, I mean, everything falls on the females, on the women. Is that fair? That's my whole question. I mean, if you living with your partner in the house, just you and your girlfriend or your wife, and you don't have any kids or any children, would you just sit and watch TV the whole day while she cooks, cleans, turns this, repackages and repurposes and reinvents the household? Or what do you do? Do you also get up and help as a man? Do you, I don't know, what do you do? This is a question. What do you do? You just sit and watch, as you should, or would it be a I don't know, would it be an embarrassment for you to you say, okay, babes, you do the cooking, I'll do the dishes, or you do the laundry, I'll do supper, I'll do whatever, or is it nah, none of that applies? Because now I'm seeing even on TikTok videos, you see these videos where you actually see the guy doing the dishes or whatever, and then you hear door on the a knock on the door or a doorbell ringing. The mother of the mother of either is coming in, and then they switch roles, and then the woman who was actually lying down stands up and then starts to do the dishes or whatever it is that the guy gets to lie on the couch like he was lying on the couch the whole time. Do you know what I mean? So is it still a taboo for guys to be doing what's considered female girl things, even though I'm beginning to realize that these are life skills that every one of us, male and female, should be learning, should be doing. Because at the end of the day, when you move out on your own and you do not have a partner, who's going to cook, clean, do your laundry? Who's going to? I know if you have money, you can just send your stuff to the laundry. But then what happens if you do not have the budget and the money for such things? What do you do then? That's my question. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Was I on the money or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know, family, right? Hello.